I just have a few, I don't even know how to start this. A few questions regarding our school's current community partnerships. So I have a few questions. The first question is, who are our current community partners at Henderson Mill?
So that's a good question because I don't know the specific partners. I need to look on our PTO site, but I can tell you that the current businesses around we are partners with. So, for example, Panera, Smoothie King, Publix, Target, like they get support from all of them, but we do have some community partners by name, like local business owners, and I don't know their names.
Isn't it like a dental office? Yeah, we do.
Yeah,
We have a lot. We have a lot of partners.
yes,
Oh,
it's so many of them. Do I have a list somewhere? I don't. I couldn't even recall that.
okay. Great. Thank you. Next one is what do they provide or do for our school or district?
Well, the most of our community partners, they help financially to support the STEAM initiative. That was the reason why they were created.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, you know who else? Now going back to some of the partners, don't forget Alliance Theater. You know they help by providing and teaching and integrating art into our STEAM. I don't want you to forget that one. So if you need to add one, write that one.
Okay. All right. What does our school district do for the community partners?
So I think it was this year or last year, they wanted to learn who, if we were PTA or PTO, and then also find out who our partners were. And they also wanted to know the grants and support that we receive if there's over 5,000. I don't know what they did with that information. I'm gonna be honest with you. Um, I don't know what the district does. Maybe they allow them to partner and have access to our schools, and they do get public recognition. So it may be like in a newsletter or like a thank you donors like throughout the district. So I think it's more like a pipeline to incorporate that. Maybe.
Okay. What other partnerships should our school districts be considering? That's a good question.
I would love for them to partner. Like for example, I know we're Steve, but like Gas South and Georgia Power, those partners, even though we use them for career day, it would be nice for them to partner and provide like some, I don't want to say professional learning, but like field trips and exposure for our students. That would be great. Like those huge companies. So if the district provides access to the bigger companies, because I know they
Mm,
have to use something for their phones, whatever that phone company is, the district uses like access to those, like as far as field trips are concerned, or discounts. So if, for example, they use AT&T, I don't know which phone company they use, but if they use AT&T, that would be a great partner for the school to, okay, well, since you partner with the CAD, we'll offer 50% off on the field, like that type
right,
of
right.
yeah.
Yeah, I think yeah, those would be cool.
Hmm.
Um, and have them.
Or
I think
go back.
have
The people that work there in those STEAM type jobs that we partner with, they can come in and do tutoring or provide like resources that they can give, like some of those branches. They have like STEAM tools that we can provide in our STEAM lab, or they can even come in and renovate and support that way. But it would be nice for some of the people who either work, and I know a lot of these organizations are businesses, they have a volunteer segment in their job. Because I have some friends that work in corporate and they always say, I'm on the volunteer committee for this, and they go out to different schools and provide support or tutoring or just spending certain many hours within the school or the local school. So it'd be nice if those major businesses would provide that kind of same kind of support.
Yeah, I think so. That would be nice. That would be something to be consistent, to have that partnership. Like we know these people are gonna come in and support in some
Mm-hmm.
type of way. Like they're gonna come these days and these hours to support. I like that. Um, I asked what must be done to make current and future partnerships more equal.
Um, I think to have defined goals and roles and expectations across the district. So maybe a
Mm,
partnership agreement that kind of spells out the responsibility on both sides and what it looks like um, in a school. And I think that shared goal would make it equitable across the board. So if all partners know, hey, this is the expectation, then all partners will be able to provide that same expectation across the board. That makes sense.
yeah, I like that. Um, Last,
Hmm?
is there anything else I need to know about community partners and engagement?
Anything else you need to know?
Mm, mhm. Like advice
Um,
or something that other people like. I'm curious to know there are things that maybe you have to learn um by creating partnerships that you didn't know going into it.
um, yes, it's a lot of communication with partners that you have to rely on and like to follow through. And honestly, it is time consuming to dedicate um, time to really obtain partners. And that's one of the things I want Miss Illness. And I know you've been reading my last maybe 3 weeks. I've been asking her to contact local businesses just for that communication piece and to get those partners. Because that is like almost a full time job just to be like a partner um, communicator, just like the voice of the community, be like, hey, we're looking to partner. If you want to give back opportunities within our school, these are some of the things we're looking for. If you're interested, or at least call the businesses that surround our school and say, hey, we have staff. We want to appreciate our teachers. Are you willing to give 50% off or send us some coupons or come and do some volunteer hours? That is something I've been asking her to do. And I think I need to like outline that a little bit better. I basically tell her to reach out to communities, but I never gave her like the specifics. Now that I'm sitting here speaking with you, it's making me say, you know what, I probably need to provide her like step by step of what to look for in a partner. Like, hey, contact these restaurants, find out if they have any coupons, tell them this, or contact these local businesses, find out if they want to come and speak to our students. Here are the PVLs that they're doing from K through 5, and they would love for one of your um, staff members to come and provide a in service of something. Do you know what I'm saying? Like to be a guest speaker, to come read a book. But I think I have to spell it out for her.
Yes. Yes. I do I will say that I am always impressed of how you manage to be consistent with the communication with partnerships and PTO, and that I'm like it's a lot. It's a lot.
It is.
It's a lot. And to not I'm like to not overlap partner like when you're communicating not overlap things that are going on. I'm like like separating I think that partly, the grants from funds, donations to and then also knowing what we are allowed to do and not allowed to do and allowed
Mm-hmm.
to take and not allowed to take. I think one time in my head, I was like, I think it was something with a partner. I forgot what I was thinking of getting a partnership with, but there, the county has a lot of, certain stipulations that you have to go
Mm-hmm.
through when it comes to
Yeah.
money and grants.
Yes.
Um,
Because even in
or
Alliance Theater, I don't know if you remember, I had to write the whole proposal up, and then I had to
yes,
redo it because it was the new form, and I was like, this is crazy. And it has to go before the board, and the board has to either approve it or deny it. And speaking of, you just reminded me of another proposal I need to get together um, for the field, that particular grant, and getting that stuff together. It's a lot.
no, it is a lot. I know it's a lot because I'm always like, oh my goodness, this is way too much. Um,
And I
way too
think that
much.
comes with our particular school because at Woodward, I mean, we just ain't have no partners. We didn't have a strong like PTO or anything like that. We didn't have. It's a lot of things we didn't have to do.
Yes, yeah, that's very interesting that you say that because the community also, the families where you're at
Hmm. Yeah, it
really
takes a toll.
dictates.
It does.
It really dictates. It dictates what you focus on and who you can bring in as a partner.
That and who's willing to come and partner with you. Because it was a lot of school, I mean, a lot of nice businesses. We were like in that Brookhaven area, but they're not coming to help no highly populated EL school.
That's
So
true. That's
you
true.
talk about equitably and access. Yeah, they weren't trying to help, unfortunately.
Because I mean, I don't want to. Well, yeah, I'm gonna assume. But again, sometimes partnerships are based on, exposure to their business, especially if it's a smaller business, right?
Hmm.
Are the parents, is it exposure to the point where families are going to come to my business and whatnot? So I think if you go to more of areas where it's a maybe a higher poverty rate, you're kind of, I'm curious to know what ways we can incentivize these type of partnerships
Hmm.
so that it's equitable. But all right. Well, that's my last question, Dr. Blanton. I truly appreciate it. I'm gonna turn this.
Thank
Oh
you,
wait,
Kathy.
Yeah, thank you, Heather.
I'm gonna see you later.
haha, and I'm
See you
gonna
next
stop.